What is up, guys? Evergreen Fly Guy. I'm in my garage about to do another project. I apologize to the washer behind me. It's just gonna have to go. There's not gonna be too much talking to this video, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. To start with, here is our outriggers that you saw in the last episode. They're basically all the way painted. I'm just waiting on a few spots, as you can tell, to get all dried and stuff there. If you couldn't tell, I got two different colored paints because they were out of the first paint I had. Yeah, so we have two different colored paints. So what I'm about to do now, I have the kayak flipped over and we're gonna start measuring and getting our cart together. I have a 5/8 rod and some 5/8 wheels here. We're gonna just make a simple little cart to, you know, wheel it in and out with. It's gonna be something incredibly simple, and it'll probably be another short video like the other one. The other one was 4 minutes. It definitely took much longer than 4 minutes to build those, but you guys don't want to see 3-4 hours of work that it put into that. I couldn't put that into a video. Not to mention it took multiple days of just doing different stuff and going back and forth to the store and all sorts of stuff. So I'm gonna get this set up and then I'll get back at you guys and we'll get into making this cart. Alright guys, so I'm back. I'm not too crazy past where I'd last updated you guys. I know it's going to look like a lot, but it's really not. So let me get you up close and I'll show you what I've done. Now, the wheels are just tacked on here because it's pretty late and I'm trying to finish this up. This is 5/8. Supposed to be 5/8 wheel hole there, whatever you want to call it. I got these at Harbor Freight. They're not 5/8. They're actually smaller. The rod is 5/8. I got it from Lowe's. I have like a little Dremel thing and I've been just shaving down the inside, but it's super loud. And I do have neighbors that I share a wall with. I live I live in a house, but I still share a wall. And I don't want to disturb them at all. So, for the time, I have it rigged up like this. As you can see, we still have our cart. It still rolls. What's keeping this in place, centered midway, are these pins. And they're about halfway pushed down because if you go all the way past, it's a little too tight. So the pins will actually probably stay in place until I can get in there and grind those insides out and scoot them down on the rod and then take a nut and tighten it down. But it still works exactly how it should be. It's a cart. You saw earlier, it fits into the thing. So I'm actually going to set you guys down, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in the kayak and get it set up and get you guys so you can see that. So just 1 second. Alright guys, so after some work and some assistance from my wife, because this kicked my butt, I got it up on the things and then I got it propped up in a chair on that end. So my initial thoughts, it's way too big. So I'm going to cut down the legs, because if you can't see, they're kind of off kilter because I didn't really seal up the pipes or keep them in place exactly because I wasn't sure how I wanted it. So obvious thing, shorten it down quite a bit. Gonna put another one of those structural bars right there to help that support. I think that's gonna keep it from like off centering like that. And other than that, I think it's fine. I mean, it's doing exactly what I wanted it to. The wheels roll, even though they're not exactly how they need to be. And this keeps it up. So, I mean, if I'm not like, I don't want to really try to roll it per se, but yeah, okay. So it's rolling in the back, if you guys can see that. So it works. It's just not 100%. So I'm gonna do some tweaking on that. But other than that, I feel really good about it. So shorten it down, add another support in the midsection, and I think we're good. You know, because that was way too high to lift it to try to put it on it. Because I had to have help, and this is like one of those things that you know you don't want to have somebody help you, because it's a cart made for easier assistance. And we have our outriggers right there in the corner. I would put those on and show you guys together, but honestly, I'm afraid that might off-center it a little bit and it would fall off of the wheels. But yeah, I think the cart's gonna come in handy too, because I was thinking about building a rack for the kayak, for like a storage rack, and if I had like some more sturdy wheels, which we'll fix it, I'll fix it tomorrow probably, I could just use that instead. You know, why waste money and build another rack when I can just use what I already have? So next thing we're looking at for the next part, we're gonna be doing, I got the outriggers how I want it. So it really depends. If my trolling motor gets here, we'll be doing the trolling motor stuff. And I think I'm gonna run that through here. Actually more like right up through here. If the trolling motor has a little bit of a delay, I'm gonna raise my seat. So that'll probably also be another something that is gonna be happening. I want to raise the seat because I've sat in it like it is, and it's still, you know, it's a good set on, but I would like to be a little higher in it. That's what's going on with that. Then about the time the trolling motor comes, I'm gonna do all the electronics. And for what I'm thinking for the electronics, I'm thinking two 4x6 LEDs up here for the front, kind of like headlights. Fish finder. Been looking at some fish finders. I've seen lights that go down, that drop right in here, little LEDs, and they glow under. They're like green for night fishing, and I've thought about that. If not that, then some side lights, and run it all to the back. Have the motor for the trolling motor back here, and potentially a second battery just for the lights. Probably a battery charger as well. And I feel like I'm missing something. Yes, switch for the each light system and fish finder, trolling motor, whatever. And I'm thinking about I'm thinking about the switch probably right in here somewhere in this little gap. And it would just be like a switchboard, and I've been looking at some like materials to coat it in like a waterproof type deal, then have like maybe like a little thing that pulls over it. And like a little learning experience for me. This is, obviously they're not tutorial videos, this is just what I'm doing to make my kayak ready for this summer to go kayak fishing a lot. I'm super excited. I haven't been in a kayak since I was like in Scouts, so probably, I don't know, probably close to 10 years maybe or more since I was in Boy Scouts. But that's really it for this episode, guys. I'm hoping it'll be a shorter video. I know the downriggers came out kind of short, even though it took me a long time. This didn't take me a long time. This took me maybe a couple hours tonight, and it only took a long time that way because none of my tools were charged, so I had to stop the video, charge tools, do some more, stop the video, charge tools, over and over again. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm so excited to show you guys the rest. I'm sweating bullets in here. My washer and dryer's going, so I'm sure that's great audio. But get out there and catch some fish, guys.